said, I felt a release in here. Let me tell you what else I felt. There are some of you that are trying to walk in your deliverance, and you find that the enemy keeps on trying to pull you back through ungodly relationships. Y'all might get quiet on this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Through ungodly soul ties. I mean, you just trying to go on and get your deliverance, and you done got delivered from some of everything, and them old friends and them old folk that used to have a little hold over you because they knew about your past. Still trying to pull you back into what you came out of. But I hear the Holy Ghost saying, snip, snip, I'm cutting it up tonight. He's breaking your soul free. Your mind, your will. Do your finger like that. Say, snip, snip. He's breaking it up. Deliverance is coming to this house. Somebody clap your hand. I'm almost finished. I promise I am. I like to use natural analogies to help people to really understand what the Lord is saying. I need to use another natural analogy. I hope y'all don't mind. I come from Chicago. I was born on the south side of the city. A really wonderful neighborhood as a little girl coming up. But when we came up, our basketball team that was famous was called the Chicago Bulls. And y'all may not know a whole lot about the Chicago Bulls, but you might remember this name called Michael Jordan. Yeah, let me tell you about Mike. Michael Jordan was an extraordinary individual. Michael Jordan he had an ability with grace and with precision to get to the basket and to be effective in his game. Is that all right? At least the brothers ought to say amen. And Mike had mastered all of he could shoot from a far distance. He could go do a layup. He was just a fascinating athlete. But even though he was a world-class athlete, he couldn't win by himself. I'm going somewhere. Mike could not win the championship by himself. So one day Michael Jordan discovered, I'm going to need some help. And so they hired a boy named Scottie Pippen. See, Scottie was his go-to man. When they would put him in a double team, he would drop the ball to Scottie, and Scottie would come through for him. But that ain't all. He had another young man by the name of John Paxson. And John Paxson was a specialist in the area of 3 points. And so when they would double team Mike, he would drop the ball to Pax, and Pax would drop 3 points on him. I'm just trying to help somebody tonight. That ain't all. That ain't all. They needed somebody to rebound. And baby, he had purple hair one week, had green hair the next week, crazy as a road lizard, but he knew how to rebound the ball. Honey Dennis was going to get up under the basket while everybody else was running around and sweating. Dennis Rodman got under the basket and waited for the ball. You know why? Because he wanted to get it back to Mike. Y'all better talk to me in here. And there was another young man. His name was Randy Brown. I bet you probably ain't never heard Randy's name. Randy Brown was on the team too, but he had a secret. He knew that even though I don't get no playing time, even though don't nobody know my name, he would get a towel and wrap it around his neck on the sideline. And he would jump up and down and say, go Mike, go Scottie, go Dennis. He would just root for his team. You know why? Because he had the understanding that at the end of the season, when the boys win the championship, I'm going to get a ring too. Oh, come on, somebody. That's why you better get behind your pastor. That's why you got to get with your shepherd. If you a rebounder, if you a forward, if you a three-point specialist, get with your pastor. And when it's time for them to win the championship, you gonna get a ring too. Somebody give God a praise because he's here tonight.